that you guys have already done this, right? You all, for the most part, know the basics, but I've only taught you how to do things. I haven't taught you about the definitions, right? For the most part. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk about a slideshow. In your own words, somebody tell me, what is a slideshow?
A slideshow is a collection of slides put together, and they move through electronically through the computer.
Good. And what is a slideshow? What is a slideshow used for most of the time?
It is used to show something.
Like what? Like how would a teacher use a slideshow?
It is to show information on one particular subject.
Okay, information on one particular subject. For the most part, it's a visual aid, right? Very rarely does a PowerPoint or a slideshow stand on its own. With the exception of what? What PowerPoints did we see in this class that stands alone?
The PowerPoint.
The PowerPoint on PowerPoints. What other ones did we show that stood alone, that didn't need somebody to stand up here and talk through it? The ethics one. What else?
That picture one.
The picture one. What do you remember? Like tips for a good life?
Yeah.
That one. Okay. So most slideshows are used as visual aids for a presentation like this. So maybe I'd have a few bullets, things that you want to write down. I'd have some visuals to make you remember things a little bit more, right? So that's a slideshow. To play a slideshow, what is the best way to play a slideshow? The easiest way that you can do it. What do you have to push?
The thing on the bottom of the screen.
Okay, which is, I wish you could see it. Where's it at? Draven, which one? This one right
Yeah,
here.
that one.
This one right here plays the slideshow. What's another way of doing a slideshow? Jose, talk loud.
Click F5.
F5. If you click F5, Maddie, go ahead and do it, please. Just hit F5, the button. It goes right into playing your PowerPoint. It will do that from the beginning, right? Okay? Go ahead and click Escape, which is what gets us out of it. Okay? Okay, right click here. Let's right click. Okay, never mind. It's not going to work because we're selecting a text box. But sometimes you can go up to slideshow and you can do from the beginning or from the current slide. Okay, you can go from the current slide as well. All right, very good. Okay, so if we know what a slideshow is, and most of the time it's a visual aid, what is a slide?
A part of the slideshow.
A part of the slideshow.
A section.
One part, right? Or one section. This is a slide. It's just one little bit of information. We could have hundreds of these. Correct? Okay, good. Everybody's good. All right, now, design template. Most of you are aware of what a design template is because we already did it. We showed you how to do it. But if you're looking at your rubric for your cross-curricular project, you have to have one, right? So those of you who aren't here or whatever, you will need to go up to design. All the way up to the design. And these are design templates. Let's go ahead and add a few slides to our project by going Control-M. Hit Control-M. Control-M again. Okay, let's do it a couple more times. Okay, that's one way to add a slide. You can also add a new slide by clicking this button and selecting different kinds of layouts. Okay, now we are going to change a few of these layouts. So let's go up to layout right here. Right now we have slide 2 selected. Let's change it to a 2 content slide. Let's change number 4 to a content with caption. And let's change number 6 to whatever you want. Okay, now let's go up to design and let's see what happens when we choose different formulas or different design templates. Let's choose whichever one you want. Okay, now let's click, let's do a different one. Let's do this one right here. Okay, notice that they look a little different, right? They look a little different because they're different kinds of slide layouts. So if we were to choose some of these, like let's choose this one right here, we have this one that looks totally different than this one that looks totally different from this one. That's just part of the slide layout. Do you understand? So depending on your design template, your slide layouts might look different. You get it? Okay, so let's look at number 4. Let's click on number 4. So we have these 3, pretty standard, right? Now let's go up to here and select a different one. Let's go with this one right here. That's a lot different. Even though it's the same type of slide layout, is that a lot different than the one we just saw? Yes. So you don't be sort of freaked out if you're noticing your slide layout is moving. Okay, so design template is basically pre-made. You don't have to change colors. Everything's set a certain way. Okay, if you want to change colors for the design, you can go up to the colors button and choose different types of coloring. Okay, and those are all meant to work well together, so you can do that, or you can select custom ones. Okay, you can also do with fonts, even though it comes with a standard font, depending on what design template you used. You can change that to something a little different if you'd like. Okay, now, we all know what a bullet is, right, from Word? Don't just stand there and tell me yes or no.
Yes.
You do? Okay, good. So I'm not going to go over that. Clip art. Now, to insert clip art, which is basically just a picture, right? It's not, taken with a photograph, maybe a drawing. Let's go up to insert clip art. Okay, now it comes up over here. Let's type in Santa. Now, you always want to include office.com content because it's going to give you more. And it's searching. And let's click this one right here. It's a good Santa. Notice it puts it directly into your project. So it's graphic images, drawings, pictures, that kind of thing. Now, sometimes real pictures come up. You can use those just the same. Most of the time, they're not really considered clip art, things you get off Google, but sometimes they come up. So there you go. All right. Now, slide transitions are required, right, for your project? Who remembers how to do it? Or what they are? Get off your phone. I will be taking that away from you. Okay, so tell me what a slide transition is. Draven, what's a slide transition?
Like when it changes
From one slide to the next.
yeah.
Okay, it goes from one slide to the next. Now, what happens? Let's click F5. Okay, let's click. Notice it's just like jumping. That's not a transition, right? It's not a flow in between slides. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use animations, timings, visual effects to make it look like a smooth transition in between slides. Okay, so we're going to go up to the transitions button up here, and we can choose any one of these. Okay, so this one we have a split. Then we go to a different page or different slide, and you're going to choose a different one. Okay, and you need to do this for every single one of your slides in your project. thinking. Who remembers what an animation is?
When it makes the words move.
It might make the words move. What else? Okay, it might make pictures do what? Move or blink or fly in from the sides. What is it meant for? What are animations meant to do? Make something exciting. Make something pop out. Get attention from the audience, right? Good job. Okay, so we are in our animations tab right now. Okay, and what we want to do is click the animation pane up here. And what that's going to do is it's going to put it over here. Now, if we had a clip art, let's go to one with a clip art. Okay, let's say that we wanted to select our picture, and we didn't want our picture to appear until I'm talking about Santa. Okay, so let's do a right click. Ooh, why is it not working? Oh, add animation up here. 2007 is different. Okay, so which one do you think we should do if I don't want to see the picture until a certain point? Headphone out. Entrance. Yeah, you want to choose one of these, right? Now let's say that we wanted the picture from the beginning. We wanted the picture from the beginning, and then what happens? We want it to go away because we want to talk about something else. What would we do with that? You'd do an exit. Okay, so you choose one of these. Now, let's say that we were talking about Santa, and we wanted to write down Santa, but when we started talking about Santa, we wanted it to blink or to get bigger, so everybody would know we're talking about Santa right now. What would we want to do with that? Okay, emphasis, right? Okay, good. All right, now advancing of slides, that's when we're just going and clicking through an F5 presentation. You click F5 or you select this button down here, and you're clicking through, or you have your automatic timing. Do you all remember automatic timing? Okay, so at some point you click through your presentation and you're good to go.
Teachers and students, pardon the interruption. We need all Sterling Scholar applicants to meet right now in the Career Center in Mr. office. All Sterling Scholar applicants. Thank you.
Okay, are there any questions? Now, let's go to number 2 real quick, please. All right, let's click to add text. Don't want a table, just text. Okay, notice here we have a bullet, correct? Let's put Santa. Type in Santa, please. Okay, push enter. And then let's do North Pole. Okay, push enter again. Now push tab, please. Notice what happened. The bullet level went in, right? It's smaller bullet, it looks different, and it's under North Pole. Now what kind of things might we see at the North Pole? Shout it out.
Snow.
Snow, so let's write down snow.
Reindeer.
Okay, reindeer.
Santa.
Candy canes.
Good job. No.
It's fine, keep going. Okay,
Trees.
trees, snowmen, elves. Okay,
This is close.
now to get back to out here where we're talking about other Christmas things, say we want to write wreath, we would push Shift and Tab at the same time. Notice it goes back out. So Shift and Tab, it goes back out. Okay, now let's write wreath. W-R-E-A-T-H. Okay. All right, do you all understand this? Are there any questions about any of this? None whatsoever? Okay, that's lesson 1.